What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video, though, this video is entitled People Pay for What They Want. Figuratively and literally. You know, money is used to purchase things, right? So is your time in your effort in a certain amount of time. So one of the things you notice as you grow older is what's important to people is what they pay for. So people pay for what they want. So i.e., here's the thing. If you have priorities, you have things you want. If you spend your money on the things you want, you paid for what you wanted and you didn't pay for your priorities. This is the situation that people have when you have a person you may know who didn't take care of their personal bills, but all of a sudden, they need a loan for their personal bills, but you see them with stuff that's not a necessity. And you're like, first of all, why did you buy that when you knew you needed to do this? Because people pay for what they want. Sometimes gamblers have this problem where, they know the rent's due, but they figure that I feel like I'm lucky today. So they pay for the opportunity to see if they're lucky enough to double or triple their money. And then, if they win, I told you I'm a genius. Normally they lose though. And now somebody else is stuck with the responsibility of taking care of something that they thought was already handled by this gambler. And then you could be a gambler as far as like casino gambler, or just whatever gambler that's not in the casino or legalized gambling state, because you can bet your whole life away. I've seen that happen when I was in college. I told a story about that when one of our college friends took his loan check, his refund check. He felt like instead of paying his rent, he went to the casino and he lost his rent money in the casino trying to double it. And then he was crying. But he paid for what he wanted. He wanted that opportunity. So some of these things I talk about, they come from real life stories, okay? The vast majority of them. I'm not making stuff up. I'm just not saying names. The other thing, people pay for what they want, as in, some people want luxury over practicality. So there's a difference between sometimes you have to pay for, if you need something and you feel like it costs a little extra, but it's actually a quality thing, but it's going to hit you, you should pay for that. Because if you try to pay for the cheaper thing, it may be cheaper that day, but it's going to wind up costing you more in the long run because you might have to get that cheaper thing over and over and over again. Right? So that's a challenge to your mentality to see if you're a long-term thinker or a short-term thinker. So, if you needed something that the best quality was $100, but you found something that you felt was equal in value that was like $50, and you got the $50 one, and then you needed to get, it over and over again. Now you didn't spend the $150, and if you'd have had the $100 thing at first, you wouldn't have had this problem, and you'd save yourself $50. So people pay for what they want. If you try to pay to get over, cheap things wind up coming up expensive, and sometimes inexpensive things wind up coming up saving you on the back end. You pay for quality, not quantity. You know what I'm saying? this is the other thing about that. Paying as in a sacrifice. Like, if you want, it's spring season, about to be summer. People trying to get they summer time sexy on, even though they was fall fat and winter well. I said it. But to get that spring and summer body, you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay a gym membership, and you're going to have to pay with your time and effort. You're going to have to put in some work. So if that body is what you want, you're going to actually have to pay for it by putting in the work to get that body. And that's if that's what you want. To me, I find it kind of weird to get a summertime body or a springtime body or a vacation body. I think that's stupid. Only reason I say that is because what you're saying is summertime is 3 months out the year. So you're not going to get a summertime body if you spend 6 to 9 months out of the year slacking. Like, by the time you get your summertime body, it's going to be fall. Because it's not going to happen overnight. So just my opinion on that. But you still have to pay for what you want. You know what I mean? If you want to get an education to put you in a field that you enjoy and make a certain amount of money, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that tuition. And you're also going to have to pay with your time and nights of studying and this, that, and the third, and sacrificing not going out to be young and have fun. You're going to have to sacrifice for the greater good of your own dreams and aspirations. So you're going to pay for what you want. It's not going to be given to you. It's not going to be free. So some people got to remember that. And I'm even take this to a degree. People pay for what they want with plastic surgery. This is not what I want. I'm gonna pay to get what I want. Ironically, I think that's unnecessary. I think sometimes people pay for what they want. People pay for what they want because it's a shortcut. So people pay for shortcuts because they want shortcuts. And the reason I said plastic surgery, if it's cosmetic, if I want to, doc, I just can't get this little. It's that I've been doing sit-ups, but I can't get it the way I want it. I need you to trim this down right here with a little lipo. Trim this one down with a little lipo right here. Oh, that pack is on them. I'm not paying. I'm paying for a shortcut. I'm not paying actually to trim it down. I'm paying so I don't actually have to put in the work. And truth be told, the shortcut costs more than the work. But hey, it is what it is, right? A little nip tuck. Same thing with the ladies. They want to get I got to get my boob job. Well, okay. Pay for it. But ain't nothing worse than seeing somebody who has cosmetic surgery, but they didn't take care of themselves. So now, the titties look new, but they look 72. And that rhymes. So, but you're paying for what you want. So it's an interesting thing. Sometimes people go shopping and buy certain clothes because they're paying for attention. It's not just the labels and the brands, it's the attention that they get from it. It's you see what I got, you see me, I'm doing good, I'm living out here, I'm extravagant, I'm expensive, I'm bougie. Oh yeah, I got money. They paying for the attention. They paying for what they want. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, it is, because you're paying for what you want. We consumers we tricking off on things all the time. You go to a restaurant because you're paying for somebody to cook for you. You paying them to make a home cooked meal that you're not gonna make for yourself, or you paying so you don't have to do it. You're paying for something. The whole society is based on trade. So regardless of what you're entering into, you're gonna have to pay for what you want. The difference is don't be you got to watch yourself so you're not toxic in what you're paying for, and you wind up paying. Because the worst one to me is when you're entitled and you feel like you're above people, so you're paying for everybody to serve you to make you feel like you're above everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you're paying for what you want, but when you run out of money to pay for your perceived importance over other people, then you have a mental breakdown. You know, so I'm just saying, you know, chilling out today. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.